Hare Krishna. My sincere gratitude to Radha Vallabh Prabhu, Anandila Mataji and Ananjay for hosting today's program and giving an opportunity to share with you a small workshop on the magic of gratitude. We'll do 5 to 6 quick exercises, 2 minutes each, and then we'll also have intersperse it with some discussions and comments. So I will need all of your sincere participation. You'll have to be attentive. How many of you were not there yesterday evening? I did a seminar. Okay, almost half. Fine. So yesterday we did on we studied for 1.5 to 2 hours on the power of appreciation, how appreciation can actually help us advance spiritually. Today we will see gratitude, how gratitude can work wonders in our life. Can everyone settle down, please? Yeah, everybody has paper and pen? Yes. Can we start? So first, please understand the principle. Kunti Devi in the Srimad Bhagavatam, she is teaching us a very important principle of gratitude, which is gratitude is not abstract. Gratitude is not vague. Sometimes devotees say, Prabhu, thank you for everything. That means actually thank you for nothing. Everything means nothing. But when you say thank you, Prabhu, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So gratitude cannot be abstract. So when Kunti Devi is praying to Krishna, she says, Yata Rishikesha Khalena Devaki Kamsena Ruddhati Chiram Sucharpita Vimochitaham Jasahatmaja Vibho Tvaye Vanathe Namuhur Vipadgana. She says, thank you, Krishna, for 1, 2, 3, 4. You protected Devaki from the evil Kamsa. Then she says, you protected me and my children from a series of dangers. And then she gives a list of that. Vishan Mahagne Purushada Darshanat Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Krichrita Mrude Neka Maharatastrato Draunastrataschashma Hare Virakshita. You protected my son Bhima when he was fed poisoned cake by Duryodhan. Vishan Mahagne Purushada Darshana. You protected all of us from the Bakasur demon at Ekachakra. Asat Sabhaya. When we were in that vicious assembly of the Kurus, you protected Draupadi. Vanavasa Krichrita. When we were in the exile, you protected us from a series of dangers. Aneka Maharatastrato. And then you protected my children in the battlefield from many, many astra that were hurled upon them. And now you have protected my grandson, Draunastratashashma Hare Virakshita. You protected my great-grandson, Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama had hurled a Brahmastra in the womb of Uttara. So she is recounting specific instances for which she is grateful. Are you getting this? So gratitude is not abstract. So today we are going to discuss about how gratitude is not something which, is a mushy kind of emotional, feel good. No, it is a practically experienceable emotion, and it is something to do with action. It is a doable action. And the benefits are immediate. So first we will do a writing exercise. All of you have access to paper and pen. If you don't have, I'll give maximum 10 seconds to sort out and be settled. Everybody has access to writing? Okay. So now, there are many books available in the market which will teach you how to be rich. But we are going to share with you a technique by which you can feel rich. There is a difference between being rich and feeling rich. The advantage of feeling rich is you don't have to worry about paying taxes. Right? So, you can feel rich by this practice. Okay? So, first, it's going to be a little, in India, we serve Karela first and then we give sweet. First, we'll do a painful exercise where you will write some things with complete confidentiality. Nobody will read it ever. In fact, before we leave this house, you can, if you want, you can even tear the page, but not now. You have to first write honestly. Yesterday, if many of you were not there, we are going to do what is called as a free writing exercise, where you don't stop your pen even if you go blank. When I ask you a question, you will write the answer even if you are not sure what to write. You'll keep writing, keep writing. For that, something from the heart will come out. So the first exercise you will do for 2 minutes is going to be a little difficult, but you have to do it honestly and sincerely. Is that okay? And then we will not read it till the end of the class. So this question is, okay, how many of you have gone through some difficulty in life? Please raise your hand. Thank you. How many of you have gone through some uncomfortable situation in life? Okay. How many of you have gone through some painful challenge? Oh, everybody has gone through all three. So write about as much of that as possible. Now. Your time starts now. What are the challenges you have gone through? What are the difficulties you have gone through? Just write them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or one thing you can elaborate. Hare Krishna, please stop. Can somebody give me kartals? Thank you. So I will play kartal to indicate start an exercise and to stop an exercise. So please stop. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So now what you will do, you will keep this paper closed. Nobody should read this. And now we are going to discuss about gratitude and then come back to this problem later. What you have written down. Okay? So now gratitude, you know what is common to all living beings, whether animals or Hindus, Muslims or Pakistanis, Americans, Russians, birds, everybody in this world. That is common. You are right. Philosophically. That is true. Philosophically. I am saying what is it that all of us are seeking deep within? Happiness. Whether you are a Hare Krishna devotee, whether you are Buddhist, whether you are a cricket player, everybody at the end of the day wants to be happy. And what is the main difference between happy people and unhappy people? Yes, unhappy people make everyone unhappy. Actually, it's interesting. Sometimes I've heard people say, oh, happy people are always grateful. No. Think again. Happy people may not necessarily be grateful. But grateful people will always be happy. So we are going to discuss how to develop this gratitude principle. There are many ways. One thing is to say, I don't feel grateful. Fine. But when you search for what you are grateful for, that search itself makes you happy. What am I grateful for today? When you start asking this question and seeking the answer, you will see you are feeling happy. So therefore, we'll do an exercise now. This is called as fresh gratitude. You will need a partner with whom you will pair up. I'll give you 10 seconds to have a partner. You can't sit whole evening looking for a partner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.2, 9.5, 9.8. No, better you have somebody else. ठीक है, husband, wife. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everybody has a partner? Okay, now all of you have a partner? One of you who doesn't have a partner, please raise your hand. You don't have a partner? Hare Krishna, you don't have a partner? You have a partner? You have, no? Anybody doesn't have a partner, please raise your hand. Okay, now I will give you 2 minutes, but I'll explain you how to practice gratitude. Okay, so now listen to this. There is something called as fresh gratitude. Listen. What is fresh? What is fresh food? Cooked just now. Fresh fruits. So we know we like fresh food. We like fresh fruits. Gratitude often becomes a cliche. It becomes a boring, mechanical, ritualistic. Like if I write a gratitude journal, I thank you, Krishna, for giving me wonderful parents. Thank you, Krishna, for giving me my Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Krishna, for giving me ISKCON, whatever. Every day if you write that, it gets boring, mechanical, and it doesn't have the same energy. So we are going to teach you a technique called fresh gratitude. So what you will do with your partner, you decide who will speak first, you decide who will speak more, who will speak less, or what will. But both of you have to share with each other within 2 minutes. When 20 seconds are left, I will say 20-30 seconds are left. You have to share with each other all the things that come in the category of fresh gratitude for you. Getting it? I'll explain. But get the principle. Means what are you grateful for in the last 24 hours? What has happened with you in your life in the last 24 hours for which you are really grateful? You may say, Prabhuji, but last 24 hours, I'm actually, others have to be grateful for me. I'm doing so much. I don't feel any grateful for anyone. Fine. Is there anything you feel grateful for in the last 1 week? Kuch to hoga na? If not last 24 hours, last 1 week, that you can share with your partner. Let us say you don't feel grateful for anything in the last 1 week. Do you feel grateful for anything that has happened in the last 1 year? Huh? No, but for you it is fresh because you can't think of anything. See, if somebody is not getting fresh food, at least if he gets food. If somebody is hungry and is not getting fresh hot food, he will say, give me old bread. It is okay, but I am hungry. So, if you can't remember anything that you are grateful for in the last 1 week, 24 hours, go for 1 week. If you can't remember anything in the last 1 week, go for 1 month. If you can't remember anything you are grateful for in the last 1 month, remember what you are grateful for in the last 1 year. If you can't remember anything good that has happened to you in the last 1 year, I'm sure something good must have happened to you since you have taken birth. That you share with your partner. And let your partner share with you. And when your partner is speaking, you have to hear attentively because like yesterday, in the last round, this will come handy. This will be useful. Is that okay? I'll give an example. If I was your partner, this is what I would say. Prabhu, in the last 24 hours, I'm very grateful for the Temple Bhagavatam class. I didn't want to hear. I was busy, but something in my heart told me you should hear. And then when I heard, I got so much nourishment. It was such a beautiful class from Chowpatty one devotee was giving. I'm glad I heard the class. I'm very grateful for that. And then second thing I'm grateful for is, suddenly I'm not able to remember last 24 hours, but I'm able to remember something that happened last year when I was in Spain, Madrid. I lost my bag with passport and I was stuck. An Indian coming to America, stuck in Madrid without a passport. And one girl, it's a long story, Prabhu, but it is miracle what happened. One girl was part of our retreat. She had the bag. She saw the bag in the bus that was going to the other terminal. And she called me, but my phone was off. She called my friend who was with me. His phone was also off. And one boy had accidentally joined us. His phone was on. And she called him. And I got the bag, Prabhu, just before my flight was about to take off. And I'm so grateful to Krishna. Second thing I'm grateful for. Third, I'm very grateful. Last year I was going somewhere and I fell we were all playing in the water and I fell. And the lake was filled with rocks, sharp rocks. And I fell on my head, but I fell just on the spot where there was no rock. And I had a close shave. And the fourth thing I'm really, really grateful for is, day before yesterday, just 2 days back, there was French fries. I love French fries, but I'm not supposed to eat at all. So And I was eating a little bit, I was scared. And I prayed to Krishna, Krishna, I like these French fries, but I'm not supposed to eat. Please protect me. I ate and I relished it. And every time I eat French fries, I get pain in my shoulder. But I prayed, I ate, and next nothing happened. So last 2 days I have no pain, so I'm healthy. So Krishna thanks. So these are the 4 things I thanked in the 1 minute I had. You getting it? 1 minute. Yeah, I will tell you when 30 seconds are left. Total. You decide who will speak first, how much who will speak. But you will basically have 2 minutes total. 1 minute you can speak. Is that okay? Not now. Don't start. Don't start. I'll tell you, when I play the kartal, you'll start. Okay? Share. No writing. Everybody's understood? It's not exactly 24 hours. If you don't remember something, go past 1 week. Like I told, if I was your partner, what did I spontaneously share just now? First thing I shared was what happened in last 24 hours. But what came to my mind? Something that happened last year. At least, even if it is last year, it is good. Because at least you are feeling grateful. Are you getting? Because fresh gratitude is not easy. All of us have a disease. We are ungrateful people. Therefore, ingratitude, the solution for this disease of ingratitude is fresh gratitude. If you can't remember fresh anything, then go back 1 week, 1 month, since childhood. Something must be there in last life. Something you take. Okay? You can start. Your time starts now. Hare Krishna. Yeah, nice. I'm happy to see. I didn't want to play Kartal. I was happy to see you are expressing. Because this is the amazing antidote for depression. These are very powerful tools which can help you overcome deep, lifelong patterns of suffering, mental suffering. What you have done just now is all about yourself, but it is good. I gave an example. If I was your partner, what I would share, right? For gratitude. You got some idea, and you also must have done something similar. The last 24 hours, last 1 year, like that. Please understand that gratitude, see what exactly is gratitude? Gratitude is when you are appreciating 2 things. Something which is very valuable for you. It could be French fries for me. One has to be authentic. It has to be spontaneously, it came out of my mouth when I was speaking. Something that is valuable for you. And secondly, something which is not your doing. Something which is given to you. Generally in this world, we think I am the doer, I want to achieve this. But gratitude originates when I have this awareness that this was beyond me. I got something. And you don't have to be grateful for big things. You can be grateful for small things also. Because we are remembering God. Do you get this? So this first round, what you have done is a great exercise to begin with, but it is the lowest level of gratitude. We are going to take it to higher levels now. Are you ready? But don't stop doing this lower level of gratitude, because this is also very powerful. Thanking Krishna for some nice prasad is also gratitude, is very powerful. Because we are thanking Krishna, we are not complaining. One day, I want to share this personal story. I write gratitude journal every day. So I had a brahmachari friend. This was when my health was good and I used to relish nice prasadam. So I had a brahmachari friend who was a cook in the ashram. And he knew that I don't like certain sabzis. I don't know, all of you also may have likes and dislikes. So I'm from South India. I don't like these Punjabi items. I don't like chole. So I don't like arbi. Arbi? Very sticky. I don't like arbi, chole, and I don't like rajma. Rajma also I don't like. You knew that? How do you know? Here? Online. Oh, thank you. Not here, no? I didn't want to repeat. Okay. So I don't like all these sabzis. So my friend was the head cook of the kitchen. He said, Prabhu, I will make these 3 sabzis in such a way that you will love it. I said, really? So then he challenged me. So one day he cooked these 3 sabzis, and I ate those sabzis just like a snack item. It was so tasty. Rajma, he made it with a Mexican flavor. He made it rajma tacos, and it was so tasty. I'd never tasted rajma like that. And then he made chole with Italian sauce. So he called it Italian chole. It was so tasty. And then arbi, he deep fried it in such a way, it was crispy like a wafer. And I was so happy. And then spontaneously in my journal, in the night, when we write gratitude, I wrote, "Thank you, Krishna, for this amazing, amazing prasadam." And, I just wrote one line. And I was about to write a second item, which was more devotional. But only I had written this much about arbi, chole and all that, one paragraph. And then suddenly I got a phone call. That time we used to have landline. We didn't have a mobile phone. So I kept the diary and I went to the phone. I forgot to put my diary back in my locker. And ashram life is an open public life. We have small cupboard which is given to all of us. And so then I went, and one new brahmachari who had joined, he saw my diary in front of him and he saw that. And he looked at me and he said, "Oh," he started thinking, "Prabhuji is thanking Krishna for something so silly." He didn't tell anyone anything. He kept it to himself. After a few days, he met me and he said, "Prabhuji, sorry to disturb you, but I'm having this thought. I saw your diary. I thought you will be thanking Krishna for pure bhakti and all that, but you are thanking Krishna for arbi, chole and all of that." So how do you understand this, Prabhuji? So I told him one sentence. I said, "It is better to remember Krishna for something very ordinary than to forget Krishna while pursuing extraordinary thing." We are pursuing very extraordinary thing. Back to Godhead, Shuddha Krishna Prem, love of Krishna. I heard all of this. So in that pursuit, we forget Krishna. But in your own small family life, if you are grateful for some small things, and when you're remembering Krishna with gratitude, that is much better. So you don't have to be grateful for big, big things. The first round was to teach you how to be grateful for small things in life. And you know what? Gratitude is the best way to get dopamine. We all want dopamine. This is a dopamine generation. This modern generation, modern times, is everybody is a dopamine addict. That's why we keep taking the phone every few seconds and we keep scrolling, right? Our finger, I think, walks 10 miles every day. Just scrolling the smartphone. So, dopamine is naturally can be obtained also. Getting it? Naturally you can get dopamine. How? By practicing what? Fresh gratitude. What has happened in the last 24 hours? Keep asking yourself. You know what will happen because of if you practice fresh gratitude, you know what will happen? Can you guess what is the good thing that will happen if you practice fresh gratitude? Happiness is very abstract. Heart will be clean is also abstract. What is practically what will happen to you in your day-to-day life? You will think some positive. You are close. You will remember Krishna. You remember Krishna anyway because you are grateful, but something very practical will happen. Memory? Enthusiasm? Huh? Yes, this is it. What will happen, your eyes and ears will be constantly open and on to see good things, because in the night you are going to practice. You have to thank for the 3 good things that have happened today. So you will be constantly searching. You will be catching things happening right. Right now, many of us are catching things happening wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? Once I wrote on the board in a counselor's meeting, 2 multiplied by 4 is equal to 8. 7 multiplied by 4, 25. 5 multiplied by 7, 35. 9 multiplied by 9, 81. And then I showed it to the audience. What did you notice? 7 4s are 25. You saw that, right? First, aapko wahi pakada na? You didn't see the other things I wrote right. 9 into 9, 81. वो सब ये गलत. This is wrong. We spontaneously catch wrong happening in our life. Which is, we need to catch wrong also. If you have to live in this world, you have to be correcting mistakes and all of that. I'm not denying that. But we are wired to see wrong immediately. But gratitude, Fresh gratitude will make you alert, awake, active for the good things. Peter Drucker, one of the top American management gurus, he says, catch them doing right if you want to be happy. Just like we catch people doing wrong, catch them doing right. Does it make sense what we have done the first round? What is the first round we practiced? Fresh gratitude. Last 24 hours, what has happened? Is that okay? Can you do this? Later on also, tomorrow maybe. Try it tonight at home before sleeping and see the difference it makes to your consciousness. Now we will enter the second round, which is going to be wonderful. This is going to be a little difficult, and I want your partner to help you also, because your partner has heard you. You remember what your partner told you about the different things he's grateful for? You remember what I am grateful for? What are the things I expressed I'm grateful for? French fries. What else? Airport, passport I lost. Third, I fell, Bhagavatam class. Fourth, I fell in the lake and I didn't injure myself, right? So like that. So you remember your partners and you remember your own things you are grateful for. Now the second round is very interesting. You are going to enter the world of emotions. See, gratitude is not simply, thank you Krishna for this. Gratitude is where you add emotions. And emotions you can add in gratitude when you answer the question, why? Why are you grateful for the French fries? See, if I was your partner, this is how I would speak in this round. You don't have to give lofty, philosophical, spiritual, Krishna conscious answers. Understand? Why? Answer to why is not that, oh, I'm grateful because I'm a pure spirit soul who was fallen in the material world and I have to go back to Krishna. No, I'm not looking for those kind of answers. Why means, why are you grateful for finding that passport? Why are you grateful for getting that French fries? Why are you grateful for whatever? So if I was your partner, this is what I would say. I'm grateful for that French fries because, last few days I had not eaten anything fancy. I was eating non-spicy dal and roti and I was craving for something good and my mind was agitated. As soon as I ate those French fries, I felt peaceful. So I'm very glad that I got that. I'm very grateful to Krishna for that passport thing because I am an Indian citizen stuck in Spain going to US without a passport. What would have happened to me? And third, I'm grateful to Krishna in that lake because if I had fallen, I would have hurt my head and there would have been a big band-aid, a lot of blood would have flown and I don't know what, I would have died also maybe. I'm grateful for that. And what is the last thing I said? Bhagavatam, I'm very grateful because when I was hearing that class, I felt a sense of shelter. I felt safe. I felt I'm in a very safe place. Although the class was going on 10,000 miles away, but just hearing that Prabhuji give class, I felt, I'm in a very safe place. You saw what I did? I gave a why. I gave a reason why I am grateful for. Did you hear me or are you thinking your own answer? How will you explain to your partner? I can see it in your eyes. You are thinking. Don't worry. Whatever comes to your heart, you can share. Is that okay? So you will both get 1 minute each. Your time starts now. Start. If you are stuck, your partner can help you. It's okay. I am happy to see them. It's nice. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So you have done the second round. So you are improving. See what you have done just now is if you keep answering question why you are grateful, you will enter the world of authenticity. You will become more honest and authentic. And sometimes that authenticity may surprise you. Like for example, to be very honest, why if I said I'm very grateful for the French fries, but if I'm very honest, if I keep practicing fresh gratitude, at one point of time I would write, I'm very grateful because I'm attached to good food. And that's a very honest answer. And that makes you, a big burden from your heart gets relieved when you're honest with yourself. So when you practice fresh gratitude and you answer why, you will become more congruent internally. Inside, outside will become same. You don't have to tell the whole world you don't have to tell the whole world, you don't have to show your honesty to them. But at least with yourself, you will become honest. Makes sense what I'm saying? Now, you have done 2 rounds. Third round is going to be very, very interesting. This time, you and your partner have to do it together. And I will just tell you when 10-15 seconds are left. Till then, you will have to keep discussing. You have to now add Krishna into your gratitude. How we will do it? This is very, very powerful exercise. What is the first exercise we did? Fresh gratitude. Second? Why? But if you see in all this, the focus was in both fresh gratitude and the why exercise, the focus was on I. Why? It is important for me. Right? Now, you will see and you will help your partner see how Krishna is involved in this. You may say, but how do I see Krishna here? Krishna always, whenever you are grateful for something, Krishna has done one of the 3 things with you. I'll repeat. Whenever you feel grateful, oh, I am so grateful I went to this class today at Prabhuji and Prabhuji spoke. I'm very grateful for this. So whenever you feel grateful for anything, Krishna has done one of the 3 things in your life. First, Krishna has arranged something for you because of which you are grateful. Arranged means Krishna did it for you. Second thing Krishna does is, whenever you are grateful for something, Krishna allows you to do something. Because you have a strong desire for something and you want to do something, and Krishna allows you, okay, you want to enjoy this, okay. And you are feeling grateful. But so Krishna has either arranged or he has allowed. Which means either he has done something for you or he has permitted you to do something. And the third thing Krishna does, if you are really feeling grateful for something, Krishna may have advised you. Have you heard this small voice in the heart sometimes? Don't do this. Don't go there. Do this. Do that. And very rare occasions you hear that voice and you feel, it was good. Correct? That's why. Have you heard that soft voice of Paramatma in your heart, which we call intuition? Sometimes, and it proves right. So, Krishna tells us sometimes something. Although we are not pure devotee, but sometimes there is this voice. So, Krishna does one of the 3 things with us. What does he do? He arranges something for us, which means he does something, or he allows means what? Permits. He permits you to do it. And third, he advises us, which means he tells us. He tells us something. So what you have to do now is, whatever you have expressed to your partner and whatever your partner has expressed to you, both of you together see how in each of these items of gratitude, Krishna has done one of the 3 things. Krishna has either arranged, advised, or allowed, or he has done both, all the 3. That's okay. Don't get caught up in the technical thing. This is simply a tool. The idea is, what is the main thing? Main thing is not to get main thing is not to get it right. What is the main thing? How Krishna, you have to somehow get Krishna into this. If I was your partner, this is what I would say. See, the Bhagavatam class, Krishna advised me. Because I was not sure whether I should hear or not, but then that some voice in the heart said you should hear, it will be shelter for you. So I think that was like Krishna advising me to hear the class. And that falling on the water in the passport is Krishna arranging it for me. Krishna did it for me. He saved me. He saved me from that disaster. And that French fries, Krishna allowed me to not get a reaction. He allowed me to engage and enjoy it. See, many devotees, they struggle with, there is Krishna and there is Maya. All of you know that. Many of us, we choose Krishna and say no to Maya. But many of us also choose Maya. So you'll say, are you hopeless then? No. You may choose sometimes Maya over Krishna, but still you are not hopeless if you go back to Krishna and say, or if you take permission from Krishna. Krishna, I am choosing. Like I remember one devotee, he was a brahmachari for many years. He was getting married. And he fell in love with a girl and was getting married, and he came before the marriage and he's saying, Prabhuji, he's taking blessings of all the brahmacharis. And he's saying, I pray to Krishna also. Krishna, forgive me, if this is wrong. So I was telling him, at least you're coming to Krishna. He's not done any murder or crime or not stolen money. He's just fallen in love. That's not a crime. And he's getting married. He's not doing something wrong. But still that feeling of coming back to Krishna. So what I'm saying is, even if you can't choose Krishna over Maya, you are still not abandoned by the Lord if you go back to the Lord. So you can come back. You can take permission. Are you getting it? What I'm saying? Okay. Recently I lost my bead bag. I was in the train. We were going in Eurostar from London to Paris. And initiated beats. I've been chanting in that beats for last 24 years. And I was talking to one man, animated discussion. I kept my beats and talking to him, and the station came and we were going out. And suddenly, I remembered my bead bag. I came running inside, picked up the bead bag. And that night in the gratitude journal I wrote, it is like, you are walking with your spouse or your partner. And suddenly you forget something and your partner tells you, Arey, wo bhul gaya. And then you aisa hua hai kabhi? So my getting that bead bag was something like, Krishna is next to me and is telling me, hey, your bead bag. So when you remember something, when I say Krishna advising you, what actually it means is Krishna is next to you and is telling you something. Krishna arranges. When you fall on the lake, Krishna protected you. He held you. Right? How many of you have driven a car in your life or been in a road, car, train or plane when you feel, oh, I had a close shave, I could have died in this accident. ऐसा कभी लगा है कार में कभी बच गए? लगा है ना? Many people raise their hands. That means what happened? Krishna protected you. Krishna arranged. So Krishna arranges, Krishna allows, Krishna advises all the time. So can we get Krishna into the picture today? Can all of you do this exercise? And if you're going blank, you can ask your partner to help you to see how Krishna did one of the three things. So you will get total of 3 minutes. But before that, if you finish, just you can indicate to me. Is that okay? When 5 seconds are left, I will tell you. 10 seconds are left, I will tell you. Your time starts now. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing Krishna into your gratitude. Gratitude can be a mundane, emotional experience, but when you add Krishna, it becomes spiritual. How many of you know the Mahaprakash Leela in Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya's pastimes? What happened in Mahaprakash Leela? Who will say? What was that famous pastime? What exactly is the cornerstone of that Mahaprakash Leela? Anybody? Correct. But before that, what did the Lord do? Before he showed that form or after showing the form? Yes, he revealed himself. He revealed certain things which the devotees did not know. Like Gangadas Pandit. Gangadas Pandit, Lord Chaitanya said, do you remember that day so many years ago when the Muslims attacked your village and you were scared? You wanted to protect your wife and your children from the plunderers and you brought them on the bank of Ganga. But it was raining heavily. There was no boatman available to take you to safety and you panicked. And remember, from nowhere, a boatman appeared. Gangadas, do you remember? It was I who came as a boatman. And when Gangadas heard this, he remembered that incident which happened many, many years ago. And when Lord revealed that, he broke down in gratitude. Then Mahaprabhu looked at one devotee called Das. Das, do you remember? You had very high fever and you were about to die. You were delirious. And suddenly, from nowhere, an expert doctor landed up at your house and he gave you some magical medicine and your fever disappeared. It was I who came. Because you love me, I wanted to reciprocate with you. Srivas Thakur, do you remember that Bhagavatam class you attended of Devanand Pandit, where you were humiliated and thrown out of the class? And you came back home feeling extremely sad. And then suddenly you read Bhagavatam and you suddenly felt peaceful. I entered your heart and gave you that peace. Advaita Acharya, remember, so many years ago, you were confused and you didn't understand one verse from the Bhagavad Gita. And you said, till I understand this verse, I will not take food. You had fasted. And you were understanding, thinking hard. And you didn't understand. And suddenly, at one point of time, the logic came in place and you understood the verse. I entered your head. I made you understand that verse. Haridas Thakur, do you remember? You were lashed in 22 marketplaces and you didn't feel any pain. Because I took that pain on my back and Mahaprabhu showed his back. It had all the lashes. So in all these instances, what is Lord Chaitanya doing? He is showing how he was present in their lives. So once I was going in the auto rickshaw in Mumbai and we turned right and suddenly a BST bus came from the front and it was a microsecond save. Save. Microsecond save. I just auto rickshaw went and we just missed it. If it was 1 microsecond here or there, the auto rickshaw would have been crushed and I would have been dead. And then what happened? And then after 2 seconds, I went to my phone, checked my WhatsApp messages as if nothing had happened. What had actually happened, I could think like that Krishna sat on the BST bus and he took the steering wheel somewhere, or he protected me, I could have thought, or he sat on the auto rickshaw driver's seat and he did something. I could have seen Krishna's hand there. So what we have done in this round, what all of you have done, is you have trying to now see Krishna in your fresh gratitude practice. Second, why? Third, adding Krishna. You know what you have done, these 3 exercises? And now the 4th one you will do, which is the final exercise. See, gratitude has 3 components. Please understand this. Gratitude has love, grace, and giving. All 3 are important in gratitude. Love means what? Please understand this. This is not something to be written down. This is something to be understood. Gratitude has how many components? 3. If you are grateful, if you are really grateful, you will have these 3 things happening in your heart. What are the 3 things? Love, grace, and giving. What does it mean? Love means you may not be happy sometimes, but still you will feel joyful or you will feel love. It's possible. When my father passed away, I was in Badrinath. I was not happy. Who will be happy if your father has died? I was devastated. It was tragic. But because of my gratitude practice every day, there was a strange sense of love, gratitude, peace in my heart. I don't know. I cannot express it in words for all the things He had given me. Have you ever experienced something like this where you are not necessarily happy, but you're also in a state of joy or love. This is what will happen if you're really practicing gratitude. This is the benefit you will get. Like, I'll give an example. Today I was talking to one of my very dear friends. Something very bad has happened in his life. And as I was talking to him, my heart just broke. I was angry. I was like, I was talking to him on the phone. He's my very distant friend. I was so angry. I was sad. Has this happened to you ever? Have you ever felt when your friend has revealed something, you have felt the pain of your friend? Yeah, some friends' problems. When you love someone and they go through difficulty or somebody abuses them. So I have a friend who was abused. So I was very angry. But you know something? Today, this is today's experience I'm sharing. At the same time, I was feeling lot of love and peace because I contacted someone asking him if he could help in this situation, and that person told me, he said he will do anything it takes to help this person. So when I saw the kind of support system and how devotees are trying to help each other, I felt so happy. Are you getting? This is a paradox. I was angry, sad, but I was also happy. When my father passed away, I was miserable, but I was feeling, thank you, Krishna. My father was such a wonderful person. You understanding the paradox? So when I say love, I mean this. There is a spiritual sense of peace and contentment that fills your heart when you practice gratitude. See, happiness is not important. More than happiness, this is more than happiness. I was miserable today morning, but what I experienced, that is better than being so-called happy in this world. Do you get what I'm saying? See, if you want happiness, you go on Amazon, you will get, this is January 2023, I got 38,000 products on happiness. Half of them were books. And other half were some gadgets, this, that, all happiness titled. There is so much of promises on being happy. But for those who are Krishna conscious devotees, spiritualists, for them happiness is not important. For them, they want to experience love. They want to experience this deep satisfaction. That is the first component of gratitude. Love is the first component of gratitude. Second is grace. Grace means actually receiving gratitude, allowing it to go deep inside. See, love means what, Love is, see, when you're searching for what to be grateful for, you feel loved. But grace is something, I don't know how to put it. Some people, I don't know if you've experienced this. Some people are very good in giving gifts, but they're very poor in receiving it. To be very honest, I feel very uncomfortable when somebody gives me a gift. But I can easily give. Later, I feel very conscious or uncomfortable. It requires a lot of grace to receive us. So when we get gifts by Krishna, it requires a lot of grace. Krishna, thank you. It's like basically pausing and letting it go in. So when you practice fresh gratitude, the first round, you will develop love. Second round, which you practiced why and Krishna, adding Krishna, you will experience grace. Because when you add Krishna, you're going deeper. You will receive Krishna in your heart. Getting it? You will receive, that is basically you are experiencing Krishna in your life. So this is the second component of gratitude. But the third is the most important. What is that? Gratitude means giving. We think, Prabhu, I'm so thankful. Lowest level of gratitude is to say thank you. Higher level of gratitude is to mean the thank you. I mean it. And highest level of gratitude is to live a gratitude. To live a thank you. To say thank you. To mean a thank you. And to live a thank you. So how do you live a thank you? If you're really grateful, you will give love to others without expecting it in return. So the last exercise is going to be a life-changing exercise. All of you have paper and pen, right? This exercise is going to be powerful. This is called as a blessing journal. What is it called? Blessing. You are now going to offer blessings to some people, and this is going to be the most practical application of gratitude. What is blessing journal? Don't write anything now. I'll give you time to write. When I play the kartal, not now, you will write one name on the left side. And against that name, you will write, Krishna, please. Then whatever you want to write. Getting it? How many people you know? How many of you know? How many people you know in life? At least 50 people you know, all of you? No, you don't know 50 people also. At least 50 people you will know, na? Your friends, neighbors, family members, office colleagues, devotees. So easily you can write. This is the most easiest journal to write. Write a name. Next to that name, write a prayer for that person. Krishna, please. Like today, I wrote a journal in the morning. Every day morning I write 5 minutes, 5 names for blessing journal. Today I wrote Sundaranand Prabhu dash Krishna, please let his cancer get cured and let his chemotherapy be a very peaceful experience for him. 1 line, 2 lines. Sometimes maybe you are inspired, you can write 5 lines. But it is genuine. We can't write like that. Anantaram, Krishna, please, after so many years, finally he's got an alliance and his marriage is going to happen in December. Please let him find deep emotional happiness and spiritual fulfillment in his married life. He doesn't even know, he's 10,000 miles away. And here I am writing and I'm sending a positive energy for him. And you know what happens when you write this blessing journal regularly? You will not even realize the other person understands you love that person. You will be amazed without saying that energy is very powerful. But it has to be selfless. You can't write, no, I can't write. Okay, I'll write a journal. Abhay Mohan. Abhay Mohan. Krishna, please give him the intelligence to see how good I am. Sometimes we write, Radha Vallabh Prabhu. Krishna, please let him host me in his house next time. It's basically all about me. Let them see how wonderful I am. If I write Ananteshwar Prabhu, Krishna, please let him not misunderstand my intentions. What is happening? All of this you are seeing? So this is not actually blessing journal. This is selfish journal. Blessing journal means it's not about you. If you're writing about your son, for example, you write your son's name. Krishna, please let him be really happy, safe, healthy, whatever. It may be your attachment, it's okay, but somewhere it should be beyond you. I'll give an example. I think this will make it clear. I was in a Pandav Sena, which is a youth group in England. So, 100 of those children, age group of 16 to 23, we went to New Mayapur, which is in France. So, in the station, King's Cross railway station, we were taking a train to go to Paris. And I see a girl coming, 17-year-old girl, and the chairman of the Pandav Sena tells me, Prabhu, this girl? Yesterday, first time in her life, she saw Hare Krishna devotees at the bus stop. And they were talking, and she came to know that these guys we are all from Pandav Sena. She Googled, and she said, oh, Pandav Sena, okay, you guys are into some spiritual stuff. Oh, I see that you guys are going to Paris. Can I join you guys? So we told her, yeah, come on. So she said, okay, I'll come tomorrow to the railway station. Prabhu, she has no idea about Krishna consciousness. This is the first time she is meeting devotees. And she's going to come for this retreat. And I said, no way. Because I was asked to give every day Ramayana lectures. Pure Ramayana. Sundarakand, Ayodhya Kand, all those Kands and all the explanations, Dasharat Maharaj and Kaikeyi's conversation. I said, now, if this girl has no idea about spiritual life, she's coming first time to Hare Krishna program for 10 days and you have to attend Mangalarti every day. You have to attend the full morning program. And you have to cook, you have to hear Ramayana class. I said, she'll go crazy. She has no idea what it is. Prabhu, but she asked for it. And I said, but I won't compromise. I have to speak pure Katha. I won't give all entertaining stuff for her. No, Prabhu, you speak Ramayana only. Let her, she has asked for it. She has come. It is her problem. I said, Prabhu, but somewhere my heart is, I felt So this is some innocent person is coming to Hare Krishna and going to stay with us for 1 week, 10 days. So what happened? I took shelter of my journal. So every night in the journal I would write one line for her. Her name was Victoria. Victoria, Krishna, please let her not get bewildered in the 10 days retreat. Please give her faith. Or whatever, like that I would write 1 or 2 sentences for her every day. I would write 5 names. Different boys and girls were there. I was writing for everyone. But for her, I was writing her name every day. And 4th day, she came to me on her own. When there are hundreds of people. Prabhu, how are you? And she started talking to me. I could say, why is she getting... She felt somewhere that energy of affection. And I was nice to her. I said, do you like the retreat? She said, yes, it's amazing. I love the way you guys dress a plant with a skirt. It's so amazing. What is that? Tulsi Maharani. Oh, everything is so cool. It's so amazing. So I thought she's new. That's why she's getting all this excited and worked up. But as the days passed, and then she said, one day she came up to me. She said, Prabhu, Ramayana is so good. I love Rama. I love Sita. It's so amazing. Imagine a new person, a British girl who has no idea about spiritual life. She starts loving Sita and Ram. What can give more joy to a person when he sees someone who's getting so happy hearing about Lord Ram? And then the last day was mind-blowing. She was dressed in a sari. I think the other girls helped her wear a sari. She's coming and telling me, Prabhu, I'm in a sari. I was like, wow. But then yesterday I was talking to Ram, the chairman of the Pandavas, and I was asking him, how is that girl doing? He said, Prabhu, she's last 1.5 months, every week she's coming for our programs. She's now started chanting 4 rounds. Now what I'm saying, I'm not taking any credit for this. I'm just saying, genuinely desiring that she is happy and she gets Krishna consciousness. Now she doesn't know that I'm writing a journal for her. But it's not that I'm remembering her every day also. Just once I remembered her. Okay. But you are sending positive vibration. These Reiki people do, a lot of these pranic healing people do. They send all these energies. Pranic healing. I don't know if I've done pranic healing courses. Reiki also they send from far off places, they send energy. This is the best way to send energy. This is the most practical component of gratitude. If you're really grateful, you will give love. Gratitude is not simply saying thank you or meaning thank you. It is living a thank you. Living a thank you means serving. So my question to all of you is, can we end today's gratitude workshop with this one exercise for 1-2 minutes? Can you do this? All of you at least 5 people, 10 people. Can you write at least one sentence on one person? You can write more if you want. Can you write a genuine blessing? That person may not even know. It could be your office colleague who is going through a divorce. Can you write a prayer for him and see the difference it makes to your own heart? Can we start now? Your time starts now. Write a name and next to the name you will write, Krishna, please fill in the blank. Start. Hare Krishna. Thank you. What are the 3 components of gratitude? First, love. Second, grace. Third, giving. Recently, I was doing this workshop. Somebody said, Prabhu, if I practice this gratitude, will I develop love for Krishna? What do you think? What all of you think? If you practice gratitude, will we develop love for Krishna? Yes. And that is the goal of our practice, spiritual practice, right? But you know something? I gave her a shocking answer. I said, no. If you practice gratitude every day, you will not get love of Krishna. You will get love of Krishna eventually. But you know what you will first get? You will first get the realization that Krishna loves you. Do you see a difference there? I loving Krishna is different from realizing that. And you know what? To realize that Krishna loves me is more powerful than to actually fall in love with Krishna. Because then, when you realize Krishna loves me, then love will be very deep. Because why? Why will you realize Krishna loves me? How will you realize Krishna loves me if you practice gratitude? Anybody would like to explain? You are appreciating Krishna's gifts. If somebody gives you a gift constantly, wow, Krishna loves me. Krishna has given me this. Krishna has given me that. Oh, Krishna loves me so much. Then even without you wanting, you will fall in love with Krishna. Like, my nephew, he's a naughty, mischievous. I call him a small rascal only, jokingly. My sister's nephew, is a good boy, but the girl he got married to, she's so wonderful, beautiful. So they came to the temple to take blessings and all of that. So they both, I was receiving them at Govinda. I was talking to both of them, and I told her, "How did you fall for him? Why did you say yes to marry him? I know him, he's such a rascal." And then we all laughed. And she said something very interesting. She said, "Mamaji, they were in medical college together for 5 years." She said, and she was so beautiful, I'm sure many guys must have tried to propose to her. And she said something very interesting. She said, "We were good friends in college for 5 years. But at the end of 5 years, I was convinced beyond doubt that he really, really loves me. And when I was deeply convinced he loves me, I don't know how, when, where, what, I fell in love with him." Very interesting. I never heard an answer like that. He said, because he was so loving, caring, affectionate, and we were all in the same group. But eventually at the end of the 5 years, I realized he really, really loves me. And then I told her, this is exactly our relationship with Krishna. Every day Krishna is doing so much for me. If I practice gratitude, at the end of 5 years, my 5 years, whatever time that is, Krishna loves me. And then even if I don't want to love Krishna, there is a song in Bollywood, very famous old song. Nana karte pyar tumhi se kar baithe. Suna hai gana? The song is like this. Nana karte pyar tumhi se kar baithe. Karna ta inkar. Magar ikrar tumhi se kar baithe. The song meaning is that I wanted to say no to you, the girl is saying. But I landed up saying yes. I wanted to say no, but I said yes. And I fell in love with you. Because she realized how much this person loves her. This is what happens when we practice gratitude journal. We are thanking Krishna. Krishna, you're doing this so much for me. Krishna, you're doing this so much for me. Thank you. Oh, Krishna loves me so much. And then you don't know how, when you'll fall in love with Krishna. And that is the goal of our spiritual practice, right? And something amazing will happen. I'll end with this last point. This is the pinnacle of gratitude. This is the highest gift you can get from gratitude. And this gift, which you will get from gratitude journal, is the highest gift endorsed by all of our Vaishnava Gaudiya Acharyas. You know what is that? To explain that, okay, if I give you, if I do some favor for you, you're really desperate, Like if somebody helps you, let's say somebody has done 15 good things for you, and you thank that person, not abstract, specific. Prabhu, thank you so much, Prabhu. You really, because of you, I could come to US. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Prabhu, thank you so much. After I came to US, you got me a job. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Prabhu, thank you, you gave me this. So if you thank somebody for 15 things, one after another, after you finish those 15 things, saying, thank you, Prabhu, you did so much for me. What is the 16th thing that will spontaneously come from your mouth? What can I do for you? That question, that statement from your mouth, that statement would be from the heart. How can I please you? Imagine you are thanking Krishna every day. Every day you are thanking Krishna for the gifts. One day you won't even realize how. In your journal you will write, Krishna, what can I do for you? I want to please you. And that's what Madhavendra Puri prayed when he got Chandan for Gopalji. That's what the 6 Goswamis are praying. That's what Srila Prabhupada is saying. What pure, we are not pure devotees, but we'll get a glimpse of what pure devotees are praying. And when we tell Krishna, instead of telling Krishna, Krishna, give me this. When I tell Krishna, Krishna, what can I do for you? Your bhakti has changed. Your devotional service has gone to the next level. And when you are on that level, this level of asking Krishna appears so insignificant. But right now that is very, we say, oh, pure devotees are praying like that. I am a grahastha attached to my family. I am useless. I can never become pure devotee. No. By practicing gratitude journal, you can inadvertently, you will land up praying like the Goswamis of Vrindavan. And that is perfection of spiritual life. Does this make sense what I am saying? So I have offered you this principle of gratitude journal. Either you can write or you can call up a friend and share with your friend. Whatever, expressing gratitude to Krishna is a scientific process. I've got a lot of medical benefits from gratitude. I won't share with you. As I told you yesterday, Google Baba will tell you everything. There are a lot of medical benefits of gratitude journal, how your blood pressure reduces, how your metabolism improves. A lot of things are there. But I didn't want to give you all that gyan. I wanted you to experience gratitude journal. Because I know what will happen if I speak glories of gratitude. You'll say, Prabhu, how to be grateful? So then I thought, let me give you the practice one. So I'll stop here. Hare Krishna. It is 8:30. We can take 1 or 2 questions. Is that okay? We have time for 1 or 2 questions. Yes. Now I'm happy somebody asked. I was hoping somebody will ask this. So all of you did the first exercise. So now go back to that. Read it once quietly. That answer that you wrote. Please read that answer. All of you read? Okay. Now, what is the question I asked you? Write about your challenging time. Write about difficulty. Write about pain. Uncomfortable things happening in your life. Right? Now, do you know something? In that situation what you have gone through, or some of you may be going through right now, some difficulty. You must have written that. If I ask you immediately, don't have to tell me, what are the 3 wonderful things that have happened because of that? Can you answer? What are the 3 good things? What are the 3 benefits you got? Or what are the 3 blessings that has come to your life because of this difficulty, this challenge, this painful situation? Can you answer? If yes, that means you have a grateful heart. We are disturbing the children, I think. So if you practice gratitude journal, then you'll be able to answer the last question which I asked you. All of us go through difficult times, but very few can see a blessing in those difficult times. And only those who have a grateful heart will be able to see blessing in a difficult time. So if you practice gratitude journal, then when you get what you are going to get anyways, I always say no one is spared. All of us are going to get our due. But when that comes to you, you will be able to absorb it and you will be able to see good. Something good which has come. Hare Krishna. Any other questions or comments regarding today's class? I see one hand last, then I'll take your question. Is there a hand there or it was just something else? I didn't see a face. I only saw a hand like this. Yeah. See, I use the term synonymously. I use the term intuition and voice of the Lord synonymously. I can tell you the difference between voice of the Lord in the heart and voice of the mind. You want to know? Interested? Have you ever felt confused? Hey, this is my mind speaking or this is Krishna speaking? ऐसा कभी लगता है ना? God wants me to do this. Okay, there are many ways of answering this. How can we know God is speaking in the heart? Or my mind is constantly speaking? All of you agree? So, if you have good association of good, sincere, spiritual friends, and if you are hearing Bhagavatam and reading scriptures and chanting, then this answer which I am going to say now will work. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee that it is the Krishna's voice or not. If you have good association, if you are hearing Bhagavatam, if you are chanting for an association of devotees, then you will be able to separate the voice of Krishna in the heart from the voice of the mind. And what is the difference? The mind's voice is loud, fast, and attached. Like when you are chanting Hare Krishna, the mind will say, check your WhatsApp message. Call up your friend. That voice will not be soft. It will be loud, fast, and get up now. This is important. Attached. What are the three things in a mind's voice? Loud, fast, attached. And Krishna's voice is soft, slow, and detached. So somewhere, you will hear a voice saying, chant 2 rounds extra now. Just chant little bit of Hare Krishna extra. Soft voice will tell you that. But immediately the mind will say, no, you have to call up this person, you have to go to the office, you have to do this. And then you will see Krishna's voice is not there only. Krishna ne bolke chhod diya. Krishna is not attached. Krishna is not going to... See, Krishna is a very, very sweet lover. He is not a force. He is not going to force you to love him. He will say and he will wait for you to come back to him. And we have done what? Left side, on your left side, there is mind, 10 foot tall. He's shouting. On your right side is Krishna. You see this beautiful Krishna. He's waiting, looking at you, waiting for you to listen to him. And what we are doing, whom are we listening to? Mind. And everything is saying, we are nodding our head and doing. And his voice, his instructions are useless. So we have to, our bhakti process, gratitude process journal is all about turning the head from left side to Krishna. Okay, Prabhu? Thank you. Yes, Mataji, you had a question. You don't look for, what do you mean works? What do you mean it doesn't work? That's okay. You are just you are just spreading goodness. You are giving. Giving, if you are attached to them, then you are not giving. You give love. You will get sometimes, if you are having strings attached, okay, I should give love, I should get love, or I should see difference happen. No, it's not guaranteed. See, it's not guaranteed to your vision. There is a difference between your vision and Krishna's vision.
My question is whether that person who might be in prayers not getting the benefit. That's what your question. That we cannot do that.
Krishna is you see, you can't control Krishna. This is not an exercise to control Krishna. This is an exercise to express gratitude. I'm telling you, gratitude has 3 components. Gratitude has 3 components: love, grace, and giving. So you are giving. Gratitude means giving. Now, whether that person's life changes or not, that is another subject matter. We'll discuss that other time. Karma, action and reaction. In between action and reaction, there is Deva and Kala. So, why is not getting benefit? There may be some Deva element and there is some time element. So, that all is another subject matter only. Right now, we are discussing gratitude. You give love. Whether he gets benefit or not, that is another subject matter. Is that okay? So, should we stop here, Prabhus? Unless somebody has something burning question in heart. I hope I have not said anything which has disturbed you. Please forgive me and forget this whole exercise if it is not making sense to you. But if it works for you, please do get in touch with me and tell me how it has benefited you, because wherever I have done, I have seen people get tremendous benefit. Because I myself practice every day morning 2 kinds of journal. It takes me not more than 5 minutes. I write why journal, what I am grateful to Krishna for, and why. 1 line I write why. And then I write blessing journal. And it takes not more than 5 to 7 minutes. Anyway, we spend 5 to 7 minutes texting our friends, sharing all this, forwarding all the junk that we get on WhatsApp to other people. So 5 minutes anyway goes in that. So you can write 5-minute blessing journal and why journal. Yes, Mataji?
You are recommending in all the classes for the writing down the journal. So it is like for me when I think of that. So all the time thoughts on the thoughts I'm not able to accumulate at the same time. So suppose if I want to write down that time my mind will be more disturbed because I'm not in the peaceful now I have to write down.
So then you practice what is called as now journal. There are 10 types of journaling. Journaling is a different workshop only. In this today's program, we are using journaling for gratitude. So journaling is not the main topic, but there is another item. So what you need is now. You know what is now journal? Very interesting. I'll just share this. If you can, now we don't have time, but you should try it. Put an alarm for 5 minutes on your phone. Time starts now. And then pick up your paper and pen and write everything that your mind is saying. Like, right now my mind is saying, when will this class end so that I can take prasad and go home? Full stop. Then, now my mind is saying, what is there for menu? I hope they have made good sweet. I can smell puris. Now my mind is saying, I'll go to the washroom. Now my mind is saying, tomorrow's project work is not complete. Whatever the mind is saying, just put it without judgment. Don't say my mind is bad. No, don't pass. Just like camera, this camera is observing. Is the camera giving me gali? Is the camera clapping hand? Is the camera appreciating me? Camera is simply observing. So are you aware of this room? Yes. You are seeing so many people are sitting. There is some activity in the kitchen. You are aware of this room. Now journaling is to become aware of the room inside. Just observe, like a video camera is observing. Just write what your mind is saying. And you know what will happen? When you are writing one sentence, now my mind is saying, as you complete the sentence, you will realize your mind has gone to 100 other places. And then after ending the sentence, you will not know what to write. And then you will write one sentence. Whatever the mind is saying, just put it down on paper. Just put it on paper without judging. At the end of when the alarm rings at 5 minutes, you will look at and you will realize, wow, you will feel as if your mind has come out of your head and is sitting next to you. And you look at the mind and say, wow, this is who you are. My God, this is how much you talk. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I've given a name to my mind. I've given 2 names. Sometimes I call my mind as Gollum. I don't know if you know who is Gollum. Gollum is a very interesting character from Lord of the Rings. J.R. Tolkien had written 2 masterpieces, Lord of the Rings and Hobbit series. I think they made movies also, no? Of it. So Gollum is a very interesting character. He serves his master, but he also wants to kill his master. Frodo Baggins, and I don't forget the name of the protagonist of the book. But I remember in school I had read, it had a profound impact on me. The Gollum was etched in my memory. So mind is Gollum. Sometimes I give a feminine name to the mind also, Chanchal. Now, Chanchal, today Chanchal is saying this. So, because mind, you can't always criticize the mind. Because mind, we need the mind support. So, mind is a very interesting personality who is inside you. And you can't criticize him all the time. And you can't love him all the time. You have to use him. You have to be smart. So, best thing to do is to observe without judging. Because when you say, my mind is so bad, my mind is saying like this, I'm very angry with my mind. You don't realize it's your mind only speaking. Even when you are criticizing your mind, it is not you. Mind knows how to come through the back door. So best way to remove all this clutter is practice what? Now writing, now journal. Just write down what your mind is saying at this moment. Now Gollum is telling me stop and go home. Because tomorrow you have a long day, you have to drive all the way to Dallas. Now my mind is saying like that. Just keep writing till 5 minutes. But you will realize, amazing one, before you complete the sentence, you will be able to observe your mind telling you 10 things. And you will be like, wow, kitna bolta hai man. It's amazing. So then the first perfection in spiritual life is to be ability to separate yourself from your mind. This phone and me are different. I am not the phone. Phone is different from me. The day you realize your mind is like the phone. Mind is not you. Mind is different, you are different. That means your spiritual life, you have attained big success. Getting it? So we want to separate ourselves from our mind and offer myself to Krishna. Right now the mind only says, chant Hare Krishna, then tomorrow mind is saying, don't chant Hare Krishna. Mind will say, he is a very good person. Mind will say, I hate him. Mind's rant dialogue will never stop. But I will stop the class now. Hare Krishna. Haribol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Hare Krishna.